here's all of this amassing of interesting, delicious, beautiful, intelligent, wanted things. Everything from possessions to ideas to understandings to beingness. In other words, it's all there. This expansive collection of your ideas is divine and magnificent. And here you are, letting it in or not, doing a little bit of all of it, but not able to define it because it's been going on for so long and it is so much, and it's been added to by others who know it too. So your vortex is huge in relationship to where you stand. Let's just stay there for just a bit. Now, we've been talking to you through endless processes for a long time. But today we're talking about this vibrational grid that is emotionally based, and that if you're selfish enough to care about how you feel, and you're willing to practice good feeling thoughts enough that you got a pretty good habit of it going, then you can click in with the core of who you are. And once you've done that, this huge compilation of all things wanted by you will make their way into your experience in perfect timing. Not an avalanche that would just overwhelm you, but in perfect timing. Every idea in the world not coming to you all at once, just the one that matters right now with this gadget that you're fussing with right now. Every piece of information not coming, every joke you've ever heard not coming to you right now, just the one that applies to this situation that will be most received and appreciated by those who are around you. In other words, bit by bit, the manifestations filling into this grid because they've been collected, but they're coming to you in this pointed now. We've attempted to say that in so many different ways. We said the creative process is 3 steps. Step 1 is you ask, and contrast helps you do that. Step 2 is source answers. That's that vortex gathering. And step 3 is you must find a way of allowing it so that it can manifest in your experience. We're just today wanting you to understand that you can't conceive of all that you've been, and you can't conceive of all that you will be. You can't even, from your physical human perspective, conceive of all that you are. But you can very well be focused in this powerful now, in an attitude of love and appreciation of self and others. And you can achieve a vibrational alignment that will allow, in the precise timing and movement, everything that is necessary and allowable by you in this moment in time to happen, which will make for a really good moment now, and a really good moment now, and a really good moment now, and a really good moment now, sustainable, a really good moment now, and a really good moment now, and a really good moment now. By the time this day has come to an end, and you've had a chance to listen back or remember back to some of the feelings and things that we've discussed, it is our powerful desire that you will be in a place where you will no longer be reprimanding yourself for having negative experiences or for feeling negative emotion. Because within those experiences are more clarification that are responsible for the calling of more energy to you. So it is accurate to say that the contrast that you think that you do not want is the basis of the expansion which you do want. So if you can focus upon the expansion that is underway rather than the problem that is the reason for it, then you can make that jump faster. You know how when you're watching a child finding his way, he's just learning to walk and he falls down, you don't say, "Get up, you little dummy." You appreciate him trying to find his balance. So you never hear us say, "Get up, you little dummies." What you hear us say is, this is another experience that is helping you to define with greater clarity who you really are and what you really want. And it is our wish for you that you feel as wonderful as you can find a way to feel right now, so that you can, sooner than later, reap the benefit of this new desire that you have carved out. So over time, we have offered different analogies to help you sort of understand all of this, because it's not an easy thing to be such an excellent translator of vibration here in a physical world that feels real. It's tangible. I can feel it and see it and hear it and smell it. I can taste it. I know that it's real. Abraham, what are you talking about vibrations for? This is a reality. I don't need a sensor to tell me about vibration. I can pretty much see what's going on around me. And we say you're much more sensing beings than you give yourself credit. And you are all communicating much more vibrationally than you are verbally. Even here in this room today, that will be the case. You are all vibrational beings. And the source within you is a pure vibration to which you seek alignment. So here's how it works. Before you came into this physical body, you were non-physical energy. And the larger part of you still is non-physical energy. A part of you came into this body and is exploring, knowing what you don't want, and therefore knowing what you do want. And every time you have any kind of exposure, whether it's dramatic or slight, to any circumstance that causes you to come to a focused opinion, it happens to you all day, every day, about what you would prefer, even if you don't speak words, you are sending out rockets of desire, rockets of preferences. This would be better, this would be better, this would be better, I would like that more. The expanding universe is dependent upon the moreness that you are discovering. It's why you're here. It's why you are here in this leading edge time-space reality, the best that it's ever been, still seeking more. Still looking for a new thought, a new idea, a new combination of things, a new way of going about it, a new, higher, better feeling, more love, more well-being, more exhilaration, more expansion. It's what you're all about. So as life gives you those opportunities to know that, those vibrations emanate from you. You often don't even know that they have, except that while it's happening, you feel higher than you usually do. It's always exhilarating as you launch a vibration. But often you've launched it, but immediately you turn to the absence of what you want. And you begin explaining that you want that more because you've got this less. So without meaning to, you launch a vibration, but you don't keep up to speed with it. But here's the part we really are getting at here. The source within you does get up and keep up to speed with it and maintain the frequency of that which you've asked for. So it's a vibrational touchstone. It's a vibrational guiding light. It's a vibrational reality, a vibrational reality that as you find vibrational equivalency with it, as you get up to speed with it, first you'll feel better and better and better, but you can't get up to speed with it without it then manifesting in your experience. Now, as we began earlier, we were explaining to you that there is often a gap between who you've become vibrationally and what you've let manifest, because you're not vibrationally up to speed with everything that you've asked for. It's the whole conversation that we just had. So you've got to be ready for what you put into the vortex before what you put into the vortex can manifest in your experience. You can't just keep asking for it from a place of knowing what you don't want. You eventually have to become a vibrational match to the part of it that you do want, which you never are in the beginning, because knowing what you don't want is what caused you to ask for what you do want. So it's logical that you would be more a vibrational match. It's logical that you might even be talking about money more from a place of not having enough than from a place of having enough. It's logical that you might be talking about more ease from a place of wanting it but not having it than from a place of really having it. In other words, don't you always know more clearly what you do want when you're living what you don't want? Isn't that when you begin thinking more about health, when your health is diminished in some way? It's the beauty of the contrasting world in which you are living. It's what you came to experience the benefit of. So our friend is talking about how he's put all of these things into his vortex, and he's acknowledging the reality of it. And he's even explaining to us that through trying to feel good, he's been in his vortex. That's the terminology that we've been offering for the last year or two. Get in the vortex, meaning get up to speed. Talk about what you want and why you want it. Do your best to be a vibrational match to what you do want. However, if you are doing a good job of being a vibrational match to what you do want, then this natural thing happens. When you bring yourself up to speed with the vibration of your vortex, then what's in the vortex that is vibrational in nature flows into your experience where you can interpret it in manifestational ways. And we are calling that, it's moving from the vortex into your grid, because the grid is the way we are defining your point of attraction. It's your manifested point of attraction. The grid is you readying yourself. I'm going to make myself ready for what I've been asking for. Because I want more money, but I don't have enough. Well, then my grid is not up to speed with what I'm asking for. And every day I beat the drum of not enough money or not enough ease, then I hold myself in vibrational discord to what's in the vortex. But when you hold yourself in vibrational accord to what's in the vortex, then just like water flows downhill, what's in the vortex begins to manifest in your experience. And the best way of explaining that to you is when you're ready for what's in there, then you begin to vibrationally interpret in a way that you were not vibrationally interpreting before. A fairly good analogy is, you know how your dog can hear things you can't hear and smell things you don't want to smell? Your dog has keener senses than you do. Well, you want to activate or make more keen your sense of awareness of what's in the vortex. You want to raise your vibrational frequency. And when you raise your vibrational frequency, things will occur to you that wouldn't occur to you when your frequency was lower. So when you get up to speed with what's in the vortex, the path for manifestation just lights up all over the place. And you feel like you're on a magic carpet ride where everywhere you go, there's something else that's leading and something else that's leading. The most significant thing that we want to give to you is that, and Esther's been thinking about this quite a bit lately too, is that so you do your vortex work or you do your grid work, and we're going to talk a lot today about how to do this good grid work so that you can bring yourself up to speed with who you are. And then it feels like a manifestation is occurring. So you follow it because it feels like the path of least resistance. It's like something I thought I wanted reveals itself, so I want to follow the path out. And as I follow the path a little bit, or a little bit, or a little bit further, or a little bit further, sometimes it doesn't reveal itself to be the perfect path in all the ways that I thought that it would be. But it was the path of least resistance. It was the path, and hear this, this is so much what we want you to hear.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
It's the path that is not only or not necessarily leading you to the dream job, but it's the path that's leading you to the contrast that is necessary to lead you to the dream job. But once you begin demonstrating your stable alignment with source energy, your steady knowledge of the value of that which you are, your steady attention to your own well-being, once you thought by thought and experience by experience reach for the best feeling thought that you can find, and then stay focused there until the grid fills in and you feel your power coming specifically to this moment. Are you getting the sense of this? Are you getting the sense of how life causes you to identify things you want, but you're not in alignment with them, but the source within you is? And the source within you is continuing to flow in the direction of what you're wanting. And the more you generally are finding alignment with well-being by looking for reasons to feel good, that your grid begins to fill in more and more with who you really are, until in any moment in time, the fullness of who you are can be present and focused and having the conversation or the acknowledgement. That's what you all came to be. Not one of you said, I'll go forth and deprive myself of most of me, and I'll just bang it around, and then when I die, you can let me know how well or not well I did. There's nothing like that going on. You have come as creators, and this is the creative leading edge. You're not dead or alive. You're alive. You're always alive. It's just a matter of focused consciousness. There's no right or wrong. Just do your best to apply as much that you know as best you can, and most of all, don't beat up on yourself, because there's a sort of recurring theme in this conversation that goes something like, I should be doing better than I am. And that is what's slowing things down more than anything and making meditation feel like a chore. Also, we don't want you to meditate to fix something that's broken. We want you to meditate because it feels good to release resistance. We don't want you to meditate all the time, and we don't want you to work hard. We want you to take inspired action. We want the meditation to lead you to inspired action if it does. But if it isn't working, then take another tact and another tact. There are many ways. listen to music, take a run, pet your cat, walk with your dog, call a friend. In other words, do anything and everything you can think of that will bring you into a place of feeling good until you discover which things work best for you. And then understand that the thing that is working